Hey, what's up, comic book fans, YouTubers, all my comic friends out there? Welcome back to Comic Book Corner. And yes, you're with me. That's right, Spider Slayer. Guys, I am back from vacation. I am getting back or trying to get back in the swing of things. Um, but I must say, my spending time with my family was very nice. I enjoyed it tremendously. I live in Florida, and we spent some time in St. Augustine's, Florida, and it was me and my wife's anniversary. So we had a wonderful time, and everything was great. And so I just decided to take a break from the whole comic thing just for a week or and a half or so, and dedicate some time to my family. And now I'm back. And it's great to be back because I do miss it. There was just a lot of stuff going on with comics and just all kinds of books coming out these past 2 weeks, and it's just been crazy. And it's just great to be talking about it again. Um, so today I'm going to share with you just some thoughts. I have a comic book haul here that I want to share that I got books with last week, and just some things. We had Avengers vs. X-Men issue 12 finally come out, and that was an okay issue. It was great. The story was not great, but it wasn't bad either for me. It was an above average series. There's things that they could have done, and stuff like that. But I mean, what can you do? I mean, we're all gonna judge something. Um, what else did we have? Superior Spider-Man was announced this past week, and there's people saying that you know that it might not be Peter Parker, and that's kind of one of my, I'm kind of scared about that. Maybe it could be Alpha. I don't know, and he could be replacing Peter Parker, but I don't know how I would think without Peter Parker in um, in the Marvel universe. It would just be weird, saying that it's a darker Spider-Man. So it's just a lot of things going on. We had great new TV shows come on. We had Arrow come on, and I gave the show a try. I didn't think it would be that good, but I thought it was pretty good, and it's actually going to be interesting to see how Oliver McQueen became the Green Arrow during his boat accident. So if you guys haven't checked that out, you might want to check out Arrow. It was a pretty good show. Um, Comic Uno did a review on it, I think, last week, and she gave her thoughts on it. So if you want to see a review on that, you can check out the channel. I don't know if it was on Dark Avenger Inc. or in her channel, so you guys might want to check that out. Also, last night we had The Walking Dead come back. Everyone was waiting for The Walking Dead. And if you guys know from my channel, I always do Walking Dead stuff on my channel here. But this season, I decided to do the Walking Dead TV series reviews on Dark Avenger Inc. And I'm pretty much staying with the comic book reviews on here and on Dark Avenger Inc. so I can review more comic books in general. So if you guys want to see the newest Walking Dead, the series premiere review, go check out Dark Avenger Inc. Once I get done editing this video, I'll put a link below so you can just click on it and see my thoughts on the whole thing. It was an awesome show. For anybody that was saying that the show was going soft last season, this was telling you that the show has no hesitation in any which way or form of what it's showing for you. I mean, it was nonstop action throughout the whole show. The only thing I could say about it that there was a little not as much story, but I think what they wanted to do was just go out there and give people a bunch of action, show people a bunch of zombies, stuff that we've been waiting for months and months with a whole bunch of action. And then in the next episode, we're going to see a little bit more story build up and character development and things like that. So that was going on. So yeah, some great stuff. I mean, Marvel Now was launched with their couple issues that came out this past week. Batman, just all kinds of stuff. I mean, I was just going on overload just thinking about all this stuff. But Let me show you the things I got this past week. I still haven't read all the books, and I'll give you a little bit of a brief description of the books and what I read and what I thought of them. And so it's going to be kind of like a comic book haul and a little bit of a review at the same time. Since I didn't have time to do like my in-depth reviews that I usually do. So guys, sit back, relax, enjoy it, and here we go. So this week, what I got at the store, I went to the comic book store and I picked up my books, and they usually have their freebies and things like that. And I picked up, these little cards that they always have. We have Death in the Family, the Joker's back, and it gives you a rundown of all the books that are coming out. I went to the store this past weekend and I picked up obviously Batman number 13, thinking that I could pick up Prelude to Batgirl. Sold out. Couldn't find it. You would think the Batman 13 sold out, but the Prelude to Batgirl, Prelude to Death in the Family, the Batgirl issue 13, that was sold out. So I missed out on that book. So hopefully I might be able to catch that up at another store or second printing or things like that. So if you guys haven't started reading it or checked it out yet, you can check out Minimum Carnage. That came out, so I got this little card also. Same thing, it gives you like the description and everything on the back of what the issues are. So there's like 3, 6, 4, it's like 6 issues all together in it. And so far the series has been solid. It hasn't been great, hasn't been bad. It's been solid. It's been okay. The artwork's good in it. Definitely an original story. So now I picked up a freebie also of Arrow Special Edition. This is just based off of the TV series, and it gives you a description. Here's on the back, Wednesdays at 8, and it's just like a comic form. And they're also doing a digital series on this too. Every 3 digital releases that they release on like Comixology or on their site, they're going to do a hard press cover as well. So you'll be able to pick that up in the stores if you're interested in following like with the TV show. There's like insights and little tidbits and things like that that you haven't seen. But here's some of the artwork inside. So I got it for free, and I'm not going to complain about it. Have I read it yet? No, but if I get around to it, I'll check it out. Here's some more artwork here. So it's not bad. It's pretty cool, for free. Next, this is a good thing right here. This is Marvel Now, free previews of the all-new ongoing series. So if you guys are still on the fence about buying the Marvel Now titles, this is something that you might want to check out, see if your comic store has it, or if you're wherever you order your comic books from, you might want to check this out. This is pretty cool. Again, I got this for free, so hopefully you guys did too, and it gives you an insight of some of the books, not all of them, but some of them that are coming up real soon, of what their artwork looks like. So if you already signed up to get Fantastic Four or FF or Hulk or Iron Man, you can get a little bit of the gist of the story, and you can get some of the artwork as well. Here's your artwork for Fantastic Four right now. So we have some of that. So the artwork looks pretty good. Then you have some of your artwork for FF, and I wasn't too happy, I guess, about that. But I don't have any plans of picking that up. I'm not fond of the art in this. It just doesn't fit the style, and I've never have been an FF fan. Then you get like Iron Man here. We have Iron Man book, Iron Man issue number 1. And here's the artwork inside of Iron Man issue number 1 right here. So that's going to be your artwork inside of that book for Marvel Now. So this is giving you a chance of just getting a real true glimpse of that artwork. And if you guys are able to get this might change your mind if you're a big art fan. I love the art in the Iron Man book, so I'm definitely still picking that up right there. So then you got the all new X-Men book. So here's your artwork in the all new X-Men. So pretty detailed art in there. Captain America. There's your cover And then here's your interior art for that. There's a couple pages. Trying to get a good page here. So there's interior art for that. So this is, I like this. I picked this up with no hesitation at all. Indestructible Hulk. Here's a page here. Now, so far, most of these books that I'm getting, I wasn't too fond of the Hulk's artwork. There's the artwork for the Hulk. Another page. Thor, I don't think I'm going to get. I'm not a Thor fan. I'm definitely getting Deadpool. Here's Deadpool issue number 1. Obviously, that's the cover. We've all seen that by now. But here's your interior artwork. Interior art is done by Tony Moore, and if you guys are familiar with early days of The Walking Dead, he did all the artwork for The Walking Dead. He did the early issues of the current Venom book. His art is awesome, very detailed. Here's another page right here. Another really good picture. He will do fantastic work on this book. X-Men Legacy, we got some sketch drawings there. I don't have an intention of picking up the X-Men Legacy books. Another one that I was really kind of on the fence about was Avengers Assembled, issue 9 here, which is starting now with Marvel now. But the artwork looks pretty nice in it. I thought it would change, but actually it looks really, really good. A lot of people I know were talking about it and saying that they don't know where the direction of that book is going. We have Savage She-Hulk, Red She-Hulk, which was released this past week, so we know what the art kind of looks like in that. So, but if you can, go ahead and check to see if you can get this. This is good. Good information about the story. Here we are, second to last issue, the Invincible Iron Man, issue number 526. The Armor Wars continue against Mandarin. Mandarin's all pissed off. Great comic. I'm sad to see it go, but it looks like the new Iron Man series will be good. Next, Secret Avengers. We have the Abyss is taking over pretty much the world, and Hawkeye is part of it, and he's been doing battle with Black Widow on this big jet. It's crazy to believe that those two could ever hold on to a jet while it's flying, but still, it's an entertaining issue with some decent artwork. Not the greatest artwork, but it's been decent. Next, I picked up, and I don't read it ever, but I picked up the final issue of the Fantastic Four just to have it in a collection. It is a classic series that's been running for years and years. It's been renumbered and started over and things like that, but in the end, they started it over, and they kept the numbering the same. And your last issue is issue 611, and Ryan Stegman does the drawings in it. And I was talking about Superior Spider-Man before, and Superior Spider-Man's team is going to be really, really good, with Stegman doing the art, with Roberto Ramos doing the art. Dan Slott's going to continue on that book. So I wanted to see how Stegman's drawing was in besides a Spider book at this point, because he did Scarlet Spider last time, and I wanted to see what it looked like inside a Fantastic Four book, and I was pleased with it. He's got great artwork, and I am looking forward to him for doing the book for the Spider-Man book. But Fantastic Four, I picked it up just for nostalgic reasons. So I did read it, and it was okay for what I read, even though I was a little lost. Next, I picked up Scarlet Spider versus, or Minimum Carnage Part 2, Scarlet Spider versus Venom. It wasn't really a long, drawn-out battle in this book, but it was nice to see those two get together and kind of battle it out. And let's just say Carnage loses his wits in this particular book a little bit when it comes to Venom. When he first sees Venom, the symbiote kind of loses control and just really goes after Scarlet Spider there, because he venoms out and goes after Scarlet Spider. Artwork has been solid in the book. It's been I would say an above average series so far. We're not really in the heart of this series. Venom and Scarlet Spider team up to go against Carnage and these microverse characters, which are real teeny tiny characters, and but it's interesting. I like it. It's appealing. I like these characters in the book, and Carnage is pretty well drawn. Uh, since he's come back, we haven't seen him drawn in kind of like that cartoony form in a while. He's been kind of done by I forgot the artist who did him before, but he's been drawn like this, where it's kind of like that photographic movie style shop, and but it's been entertaining. So if you guys are looking for a different read and for a $2.99 read, I would go out and suggest to read it. It's pretty good, and you don't have to invest that much money into it, or wait until the trade comes out. Who knows? Next was Green Lantern Corps issue number 13. Guys, the rise of the Third Army is starting to take shape right now, starting on this issue. This issue has to do with Guy Gardner getting all the privileges, and he quickly is going to lose them the day he gets them, because let's just say in the process of the Third Army growing, he loses, he makes the wrong decision in guiding an ambassadorship, and loses a Green Lantern at the same time. Now, we got to keep in mind that this was all done by the Guardians. This was their plan from the start. So it's really not his fault, but it's going to make him feel like complete shit, excuse the language. But the transformation that you see from Vandor, which is this Green Lantern here, and becoming a Third Army member was insane. They penetrate his force field. You can see him that they rip off his hand. You can see that he's penetrating his body, and they rip off his head or his shield there. You know, the insignia. I mean, it was just insane. And then, boom, he becomes one of those Third Army members. This is a great. This is going to be shaping up to be a great series. I suggest to go out and get this one. So, Green Lantern Corps issue 13. Fantastic. This was good for the Walking Dead premiere, since Michonne's making her appearance on The Walking Dead. This is the origin tale of Michonne, and it gets to show you how she is or how she got her zombies, who they are, where she got the katana blade. This was originally published in a Playboy magazine, and let's just be honest, how many of us guys out there, that are married and things like that, get Playboy without, their wives, getting upset and things like that. And you wanted to actually see this as a comic book form. And you do. You get to see it, and it's great. And then it continues on into an issue of The Walking Dead. It's around issue 19, 18, around there. So really cool to see this book. I was happy to pick it up. $2.99, can't beat it. Next, I haven't read it yet. Avengers vs. X-Men Consequences, issue number 1. I've heard good things about it. It's got good reviews. I've heard that it's actually better than the original story. So I'm still looking forward to reading this, and I like the cover. I can say that much. And the artwork looks pretty decent as well. I wouldn't say the best artwork, but it's not bad. It's not bad. So looking forward to reading it and continuing to read it as well. So Avengers vs. X-Men Consequences, issue number 1. Next, we got Red She-Hulk, issue number 58. This was a good book. It was a little weird, not weird, but it's all about this echelon superhuman group and things like that. I didn't feel that there was much of a story. We'll see where it goes. I'll pick up the next issue. You got Captain America looking like Captain America from the Avengers movie. Artwork was solid, above average. She-Hulk kicks some ass against these superhuman groups. You got Machine Man coming into play here. It wasn't bad. When I read it, I'd probably give it a 3 out of 5, but it wasn't spectacular. Here's a nice page of the art right here. I enjoyed that page. Why, I don't know, they didn't start with like a #1 for her, I'm not exactly sure, but whatever. It wasn't bad. Next, everybody got this who was on board, I think, of Marvel now, was Uncanny Avengers. And I enjoyed this issue. You get to see a funeral of Professor Xavier, and I was a little lost about a couple of things about how, and if you haven't read it yet, I'm going to spoil it, how Red Skull got Xavier's brain. Did he dig him up? Did those goat people pick him out, or they explode, or something like that? I'm not 100% sure about that, but it was a good read. I liked it. The art's kind of not for me. I've seen better art. It's just really not my style of art. But it was, nevertheless, it was an entertaining story, and in the end, I guess that all that matters. But I think like faces, I think could use a little bit detail. It wasn't for me. Professor Xavier, I don't know. It's just me being picky. I would have loved to get this cover right here, the Midtown variant cover. It's got J. Scott Campbell's art on it. Again, that's my style of art. But again, we have the Avengers characters looking like their movie counterparts, and I'm not always for that. I like them to stay true to their comic forms. Let's not always be about the latest movie. It's a new series, a new time. Let's stick it to the comics. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's that. Uncanny Avengers. With that, I got the lithograph version, the cover done by Scotty Young. So it came with this, the Avengers versus the Avenger babies, or the Uncanny Avenger babies right there. So it came with that. It's like a little lithograph. And then it came with this little Wolverine pin, if you guys can see that. So got that as well. And then, last but not least, with this week's comics I picked up, I got the Batman, Death of the Family. Yeah, this was good. I like this book. It's nice to see the Joker do his return. I love the cover of this. I have nothing but good things to say about this particular issue. I've never been a huge DC fan. I never have, even since I was a little kid. I read more DC titles now because of the New 52, so I'm grateful for that. Unfortunately, a lot of DC titles have dropped off since they re-released them, from when they released them until this point. But Batman's been on the money each and every month, and this is no exception. If you have not read this, I suggest that you read it. Will I get all the tie-ins? I don't think I can afford it with Marvel now and things like that. It's a lot of books. I'll probably get a couple of them. But artwork is just second to none in it. To see the Joker in this New 52 is just amazing. He's ruthless looking. It's just, for him to put his skin back on is crazy. But this picture right here is just phenomenal. I love it. Love it. Great, great book. Great cover, everything about it. It's a like gimmicky cover, but who can look at that? Wow. Awesome stuff right there. And then last but not least, guys, I wanted to give a shout out to Sleepy Reader 666. If you guys have not checked out his channel yet, I would go ahead, check it out. He's got great vlog videos. His opinions and the way he pronounces himself and the way he says things is just real logical, and he explains himself beautifully. He sent this to me in the mail. He sent me Extermination issue #1 because I wasn't able to get it. I did order it, but I still haven't gotten it yet. So he sent this to me in the mail, and it was a great story. I enjoyed it tremendously. And he also sent me, for shits and giggles, he sent me Planetoid issue #1 as well. And I'm always grateful for anybody who sends me anything, because they don't have to go out of their way to do this for me. And so what I just wanted to say is thank you, Sleepy Reader, for sending me those books. and it means a lot. I'm always really appreciative of that stuff. And also, I'm also appreciative of all you guys who continue to watch and support me and everything else. Hopefully you go and you check out Dark Avenger Inc. as well. I do more videos on there. And guys, I'm back. It's been 10 days or so, and let's get the party started. Give me a couple days to get things back in the swing of things, and we'll get some reviews up. And that's all I have to say. So until I just keep rambling on, I'm going to go now. So guys, take care of yourselves. If you have time, go on the podcast tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Dark Avengers channel, Dark Avengers C86, and we'll be on there talking some comic stuff. So guys, until the next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off, and as always, thank you for watching, guys, and if you like what you see, subscribe today. So I'll see you soon, everyone. Bye.